If you're getting rinsed on CPMs or you can't scale past 2K a day in ad spend without your ROAS 10K, I figured out how to get lower cost and higher quality attention than my competitors, but only after I learned how to use Meta's new Andromeda updates to my advantage. And in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 changes that took my results from this to this. So now I can just chill on the yacht all day. So the first change to make is ditching the old way of running ads like interest-based targeting. Now, if you're spending a decent budget, I'm sure you're familiar with running broad campaigns, but Andromeda has changed the game because now their AI reads and transcribes what is said in the video, or it scans through the text to find keywords. And from there, the AI decides who should see your ad. That's why if you don't make the first change, here's what can happen. So I had a couple of ad sets that were cranking, that we've been scaling up for months, getting hundreds of qualified leads every single day. Then one day I woke up and boom, they had absolutely tanked. So I texted my ads guy, I'm like, yo, something must be broken on the funnel. So he went through and checked every single automation and everything was all good. So I went on a frantic search and I realized that because of one specific sentence that I'd said in the ad, it was showing my ad to people that wanted to learn Japanese. And for context, the ad was about getting better leads via social media. So let me explain what's happening. In my ad copy, when I said, if your messaging is off, it's like speaking Japanese to someone that speaks English, Meta's AI read speaking Japanese, and because it's targeting now with Andromeda is so hyper specific, it started showing my ads to people that wanted to learn how to speak Japanese. So yes, the Andromeda update is that sensitive, but you can either complain about it or use it to get ahead. So while back in the day you could use interest-based targeting and type entrepreneurship or Gymshark, and Facebook would then show your ads to people who are interested in those topics, today your targeting is done by the words that you say and not the interest groups that you select. So that means we need to move to hyper niche messaging. Instead of one generic ad that tries to catch everyone, we identify 20 to 30 hyper niche audiences and speak directly to one of them per ad set so that the AI hyper targets small groups who are interested in those specific topics, allowing us to get lower CPMs and therefore dominate that specific hyper niche.
Let's look at our weight loss offer, for example. The general messaging would be lose 10 pounds in 30 days, but this is too expensive now because that search term is too competitive and too many people are trying to target that audience. So hyper niche messaging A could be for new mums with lower back pain who can't go to the gym. And hyper niche messaging B could be for busy executives who travel 4 days a week and rely on hotel food. While hyper niche messaging C would be former college athletes who blew out their knee and gained 20 pounds.
You see how it's the same messaging, just speaking to different niches? That's why I call it a hyper niche messaging. And you don't change the settings in Facebook, you change the words that are coming out of your mouth. And while ad sets and creatives used to be able to share the text, the headline, the call to action, and then perhaps you would A/B test the creatives, ads must now be 100% unique, which may feel like a lot of work. But Meta has come out and said if you use Advantage Plus, they are gonna benefit you for using it. So essentially, if you just let their AI take over, you're gonna get better results. But you have to be careful because if you're like me and you make the mistake of using a specific sentence that may speak to a completely different avatar, your ads may be completely off the mark, which is why you still need step 2. Otherwise, you won't be able to get consistent leads from Meta ads with these new Andromeda updates. And the reason this is important is because you now need to launch campaigns with 20 to 30 completely unique creatives. And what we found from clients across menopause, health coaching, pet care, is that you need to stop treating your social media and paid ads as 2 separate departments and instead use a strategy called organic validation. And by the way, once I figured this out, I was able to fire my overpriced agency and media buyer and instead run this entire thing myself in less than 3 hours every week and get way better results. And it's all thanks to one simple AI prompt that I will give you in this video here today. Now, when I say organic, what I'm referring to is when you just open up social media and make a post. The organic social media algorithm, whether it's Reels, TikTok, Shorts, is the ultimate focus group. It doesn't care who you are. It only cares about retention. And organic social media is what big brands have been coming to me for help on for the last decade. Because if I post a piece of content about executive weight loss and it gets 200 views, then it's clear that that post is completely off and it misses the mark. Whereas if I post something about post-knee injury surgery and that post then gets 20,000 views and it gets hundreds of shares, then it's clear that that's something that people are interested in, and then there's this strong positive signal towards the algorithm. It shows that the market wants it. And that's why organic social media is the best free R&D department that you could possibly ask for, and it's the best testing ground for your paid ads, especially with the Andromeda update. I mean, I've had individual posts get 8 million, 5 million, 3 million views. These are text posts and not even video content. And those views came from business owners. And then there are members of my inner circle who offer health coaching, supplements, doctors and the like, who, because they're serving consumers, their posts get tens of millions of views and thousands of leads that come inbound, I'm talking qualified leads from an individual organic post. And I mean, that's a separate topic, which I have a ton of content about on my YouTube channel. If you haven't already subscribed, it's just Lauren Tickner on YouTube. You should definitely be subscribed as long as you're looking to add at least 100K in profit per month to your offers. We test our hyper niche angles on organic content first, and then we look for outliers. That's content that gets more than 5 times as many views or leads as other pieces of content. And we got to make sure that those views are coming from the right people. And we only put paid ad spend behind the videos that have already proven that they can hook an audience. And then this turns your organic into a free R&D lab for your paid ads, so you are never guessing with your money again. And with paid ads, you're paying to force your content in front of people. Whereas with organic, if it gets traction naturally, you know that for sure it just is something that people like. Meaning that when you put ads behind organic content, of course it's going to do better because it has the organic nature built into it. Many people are going to be likely to share it. Meaning that people don't even realize that it's an ad. It's how you can disguise your sales process and therefore get way more reach for a fraction of the price and even better quality people because they're reading through content without you paying just to force it in front of them. Now, I know what you're thinking, Lauren, I get the concept, but I don't want to film 30 different variations for 30 different niches. And that would be the right thing to think because you should not be spending hours on this. Because with step 3, we use AI to automate the whole thing. Now, because you're already spending money on ads, I'm sure that you probably already have an AI content clone that writes all your content and ad scripts and creatives for you. But if not, then you absolutely must click the first link in the description box and watch a video where I showed exactly how to do it and how to clone yourself so that you can get this down to less than 30 minutes a week, because this part shouldn't be the thing that takes you a lot of time at all.
But assuming you have that, here's the workflow. First, we take our outlier organic posts, the ones that got 20,000 or more views. Then we feed it into our AI clone. And after that, we use this specific prompt to generate fresh creatives. Here's the prompt to copy and paste. Take the below copy and make a totally unique version which says the same thing to my ideal client in a completely different way. Focus on, and there you insert the title of one of your hyper niche avatars, and then you say maintain the tone but change the hook and the specific pain points to match this new avatar. And right there you paste the copy from your top performing post. Then you run this for each of your avatars and suddenly you have 30 unique high performing scripts based on a proven winner, which are then tailored to 30 specific audiences. And then you can set up a workflow using your AI content clone to create and post multiple posts for you each day. And if you want the link to the software that I use to do that, it is down in the description box below, and you can get my workflow there completely free when you sign up to that software.
So the Andromeda update is not something to be scared of. It's actually the best thing that's happened for people that know how to speak to people. And it's leveled the playing field for those who aren't spending 10 to 20K a month on an ads agency, because now you can do this yourself in less than 3 hours every single week. And you're probably going to do better than the agency because you as the business owner know your ideal client better than they ever will. And you can use AI to help you with the whole thing. So if you're interested in having us help you install these hyper niche systems into your business and leverage organic validation so that you can finally scale your ads and do it in a way that's extremely profitable while also gaining organic as an additional qualified lead and revenue stream, then click the link in the description box and schedule a call with my team so that we can have a chat about talking about how we can help you scale. And I want to remind you that you need to nail the messaging and the language in your ads. So the best way to start in doing that is to watch this video next to get your own AI content clone set up. So click that link and I'll see you over there.